Yo, get to know your favorite gentleman, man. Somewhere down there. Shout out to, I want to say, Pretty. Pause. The Pretty Effect. You got me to come out of somewhat of a drought and do like a long form video. So shout out to you for shouting me out, man. Showing some smaller channels some love, some big and some small channels as well. I think we should come together and kind of breathe a breath of fresh air into the fragrance community. I do agree with some of your points, but let's get into get to know me. All right, y'all. So it says, wear your favorite color and show a little bit of your personality. So, of course, I am a huge fan of blue. I like all types of colors, but really, if I have a go-to, it's going to be the color blue. Doesn't matter the shade, blue is like my favorite color, that and purple. I'm born on Valentine's Day, so purple as well, too. You see the light? So that's a little bit of my favorite colors. My personality, I am very charismatic. I'm an extrovert and introvert at the same time, and I go in between both. I like quietness. Yeah, even with having 3 kids and all of that, I don't like a lot of noise, to be honest with you, unless I'm the one making it. Pause. Other than that, I am very straightforward, goofy, funny, class clown, outspoken, direct, dependable, humble, a lot of things. I let a lot of people speak. My wife can really tell you a lot about the personality though, man. Just man of God in general, man. Lover, not a fighter, but if you push the right button, pause, it'll go ugly, all right? So it says, where are you from? I am from Fort Wayne. I was born and raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I am from Indianapolis, though, right in the center of the great state of Indiana. Go Pacers. But really, I'm a Magic fan at heart, 90s kid, Cowboys fan. But shout out to Indiana from Indianapolis. All right, it says, name one fragrance that your partner loves on you. I'm gonna say almost everything in my collection. She loves Nishane's Ani. Flintstone Creamsicle, for those that don't know, that's what that smells like. She loves that fragrance on me. I layer a lot, but yeah, pretty much anything that I pretty much put on. Honestly, she's a really big part of me being Dapper Douglas. Shout out to my family for giving me that name. But she's really pulled out the gentleman, to say the least. All right, it says, what is your favorite designer house at the moment? That's a good question. I have a couple. YSL, East St. Laurent, right now is like one of my favorite designer houses. I love Blue Electric. I was able to get my hands on that. Another honorable mention would be Prada. I love Prada, man. Prada's pretty dope. I love the soapy backbone that majority of their fragrances revert back to after a long day's wear. All right, so that's a pretty good one. What is your niche house at the moment? My niche house at the moment is Argos. Yeah. Argos to me, it really legitimizes the gentleman in my opinion from a mature standpoint. The originality, their fragrances are pretty dope. I haven't smelled a bad drop from the house in general. So really a fan of Argos right now at the moment. And then it says, what is the retail value of your current wish list? That's good. My current wish list will probably be around maybe $5,000-$6,000, to be honest with you. And not that the bottles are like 500 or 600 a piece. It's just an accumulation of bottles that I want. I'm not a fan of redundancy, only when it benefits me not having to use my designer bottles that I know are either discontinued or just right now are not in the budget for me to get. But my wish list is very vast. To be surprisingly, I don't have a signature scent, to be honest with you. I love fresh, floral, fruity, leather, powdery. I'm all over. I'm pretty complex in my and my collection is very complex, that you can see right there behind me on the bookshelf. So, yeah, just a little bit of everything. It says, what fragrance house would you like to receive PR from? The House of Argos, to be honest with you, man. Shout out to Christian Petrovich and his entire team. I'm a huge fan of Argos. I have yet to get my hands on, what is it? I want to say Trident is the new one. I heard that was like in the realm of Torino 21 right now, but I can't wait to get my nose on that. And honorable mention, Nichene. Those two are House for a Gentleman, in my opinion. All right. It says, name one of your micro influencers in the fragrance community. That's good. I'm going to say my brother, Unk Kage. Unk Kage is one of my micro influencers. He kind of helped me get back into the fragrance game. I remember him and my guy Andronicus, and another honorable mention would be E. They don't have E doesn't have an Instagram. He has a YouTube, but he's not really an influencer. But he has influenced me behind the scenes when it comes to my collection. Him and Kage. And Andronicus, who has he's not a small influencer, he's a barber, but I think he sprayed Al Harriman's Amber Oud on me, and that kind of got me back in the game in 2019. And then when my brother Kage came to visit me, we went to a Macy's. And if you remember The Wood, the movie, remember when they were in the gas station before Stacy robbed it?
See, with Tic Tacs, they small, so even if they fall out, they hard to notice, especially in the dance, right? Yeah, man. Oh, and just so you know, fruit flavors, always.
They had a Tic Tac conversation, and he just went down every note, when it was discontinued, the batch numbers, the whole nine. And we were at Macy's, and he was just reading these women behind the counter their rights. And that, I was like, okay, that got me into it. So as a micro influencer, Kage for sure, with the two honorable mentions that I just mentioned. All right, it says, which influencer have you been most influenced by? I got a couple. I'm gonna say Omar from School of Scent, and TLTG, Aaron Terrence Hughes, Bowtie Fragrance Guy is another one. That's what I can think of. And of course, Jeremy Fragrance, you know what I mean? I like getting early on into it. But honestly, my go-tos are TLTG and Omar from School of Scent. If you could put the fragrance community as far as a university, I would say Omar and Aaron Terrence Hughes would be like the chemists in the university. Just how their mind works, breaking down the notes, explaining the branches and everything of that nature when it comes to the fragrance, man. I learned so much from those two, man. So yeah, I definitely like rocking with them, all right? It says, favorite release of 2024, must-have full bottle will be Creed's Absolute. I got Armaf's Precious, but I love that scent DNA of Creed Avensis. I know it's a hype beast fragrance, but that Absolute is it for me. I love Bird Smoky, but honestly, a release that didn't come out in 2024 that I really want to get a full bottle of is Creed's Virgin Island Water. Yo, that is so bomb. I want to smell Nichene's Desrio. I think that's what I want to get. I haven't smelled that one yet, but it's a bunch of releases. I'm disappointed in certain houses that kind of fell in the redundancy bag, but I'm just waiting for something fresh and new to really jump out. It says, what change would you like to see in the fragrance community? And this is where Pretty kind of nailed it. I would like to see more of a community. She said, you know, there's a lot of people who just want to come on here. They want to either sell you something, they're pushing their own product. A lot of people are gassing a lot of redundant fragrances, which we need to stop that and just be honest with people. And really shed light on popular niche houses that are a dupe or a clone house of another niche house. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to PDM, Bond 9, I think they have a lot of bottles, but there's a lot of redundancy. And redundancy isn't bad. It's just from the standpoint of uniqueness and price point. I mean, if you're price gouging and I can go buy the same fragrance for $20 on a discounter, you know what I mean? But what I would love to see in the community is things like this, everybody really coming together, shouting one another out, man. Like, this is really a grind. And I think I kind of hit a snag as far as consistency of making long videos, doing shorts, of course. But this kind of helps, you know, sprout these types of conversations up. It gets more people involved, and it sheds light on the community. So I think partnering up, collabing with other influencers, whether it's male or female, sharing ideas, having panels, a safe space too. I don't mind the rough, ragged spaces because I can hold my own, and I probably will out-Joan most people on here, honestly, man. I do have the trait of a class clown. So yeah, so shout out to Pretty for this long rendition of Get to Know Me, man. So I will put those that have influenced me from a micro level and a larger level somewhere in the description box. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this as well too. Follow Miss Pretty as well too, The Pretty Effect, man. Thank you again for shouting me out. God bless all of you, man. And until next time, I'm your favorite gentleman. Somewhere down there, or somewhere down there too. Peace.